Hey, this is Josh bringing you today's Frontend 5, where I break down a front end concept in 5 minutes or less. Today, we're going to be looking at CSS variables and specifically how we can use those variables or custom properties in order to make variants of components really easy to create. So what we have right here is an avatar, and you can see I have my avatar HTML here, and I've given it some styles. So we have our basic styles, including the height and width of our avatar. And I also have a small and a large version. So in this case, if we say avatar small, we end up with a small version. And if we say avatar large, we end up with our larger version. But if we use CSS custom properties, these small and large versions become even easier to create. Let me show you how. So right now we're saying height and width are 40 pixels. And every time we create a new version of this, we always have to set a different height and width. So as you can see, for small, we say height and width are 32 pixels, and for large, they're 56 pixels. Let's try and actually make that diameter or that size a variable and see how we can use that to set our height and width at the same time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a custom property. I'm going to call this avatar size, and I'm going to set this to my default height or width. So I'm going to just say this is going to be equal to 40 pixels. Then I can use that avatar size inside my height and width. So here I'm going to say var avatar size, and it's going to take that 40 pixel and put it in height. And I'm going to do the same thing here, var avatar size again, and it's going to put it in the width. So now I have this custom property and I have an avatar that's responsive to that custom property. Now we don't have to change the height and width anymore directly. Now, if we just change the custom property, we could actually see changes to our component. So instead of height and width here, all I'm going to do is I'm going to change the custom property. I'm going to say avatar size is 32 pixels. And it's actually going to take this same code, and all it's going to do is put this change of the custom property in there, and it's going to drop that 32 pixels inside height and width. So you can see when I do avatar small here, we have the same 32 pixels, but now it's taking it from this one place. This one variable is switching how our component works. So let's try that for the large as well. So I don't need height and width anymore. All I need to do is make a variable change. I'm going to say avatar size again, and I'm going to say 56 pixels, and I'm going to remove my height and width because that's coming from my base component, and I'm going to change this to large. And as you can see, once again, all I needed was a variable shift or a custom property shift, and I get to I get the height and width inserted via the custom property. This is a nice little trick. It works with responsiveness as well. So we can change things based on responsiveness as well. But I really enjoy, especially if I'm using the same value multiple places, or I'm changing it based on how a component is changing. I love using custom properties this way. Tell me what you think. And if you like this video, if you want me to break down a front end concept for you in 5 minutes every single day, be sure to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.